Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Kobe, a non-illiterate athlete from Taiwan who loves running and running shoes. Today we are talking about my latest pickup, the ASICS Hyperspeed 4. Before we get started, a quick heads up. This is my first time making a video in English. I got an upcoming event where I'll need to speak English, so I figured why not use this video to practice my speaking, so here we are. I know I might sound a little awkward sometimes, hope you don't mind. I'll try my best to make everything clear. Oh, one last thing, I bought these shoes with my own money. So this isn't a sponsored video. Everything I say is 100% my own thoughts, no pre-arranged scripts, no hidden agenda, so nothing to worry about. Of course, it's still just my own opinion, so if you see things differently, that's totally fine. Trust your own judgment. Alright, without further ado, let's dive in. First, let's take a quick look at the Hyperspeed series. So Hyperspeed sits in ASICS lineup as a speed training shoe. What makes it stand out is its price. They cost around 2,000 Taiwan dollars, which is $67 right now. Super affordable. The price reflects its simple design and material choices, but simple doesn't always mean less capable. We'll talk about it soon. For now, let's go over some key details about this shoe. The shoe weighs under 200 grams in my USA size, pretty lightweight, thanks for its minimalist design. A single layer engineered mesh upper. Other than some overlays at the toe and the logo areas for structure, there's no extra reinforcement. The tongue is a bit thin, though not quite as ultra thin as the top tier racing shoes. There is some padding around the collar and a little structure on the heel, but not much. The upper really doesn't have too much to talk about. Everything is there, but it's just there. The midsole uses traditional fly foam, an EVA material that has been around for years. It has a stack height of 32mm in the heel and 25mm in the forefoot, making it pretty low profile in today's high stack mainstream. They also uses hard rubber, which is ASICS low tier material. The shape and the material remain the same with the previous model. I guess it's just the reuse of the old product to lower the cost, which makes sense given the price. Now that we covered the basics, let's talk about the fit. The shoe feels just a bit longer, but very little. I'll say it's still true to size. As for the width, I went with the 2E wide version, and it's truly wide. The forefoot space is so roomy. Honestly, I might have been fine with the regular version, because my feet are somewhere between a regular and a wide fit. Moving to the midfoot, I can easily dial in the preferred lockdown just by adjusting the laces. The tongue is thin but does enough to prevent the lace pressure on foot, and it stays where it is all the way while running. So the midfoot lockdown is decent. One little drawback is the laces. They loosen up once in a while, but double knocks fixes that, so not biggie for me. The ankle and heel area works well too. No heel slipping, no rubbing, and I don't even need a runner's knot. Overall, the upper does the job just fine. It's comfortable, super breathable, well secured, and easy to dial in the fit. Nothing to complain about. Okay, after the fit, let's move on to how the ride feels. To be honest, it felt a bit dull at first, especially since I've been used to high-end trainers. It felt firm and flat, almost like stepping on a thick tire, no cushion and zero bounce back. But after some mileage to break in, the midsole got softened a bit, offering slight cushioning. Still not a game changer. I won't say it has become a comfy shoe like a Nova Blast 5, but it's just enough for speed workout. Once the pace picks up, the ride becomes more enjoyable. The midsole offers a bit more comfort in a subtle but sufficient way, especially on track. The ground feel is still sharp and the energy transfer is smooth. Plus, with its lightweight build, to keep a high turnover is more effortless. But if you are expecting the springy, bouncy feeling like high-end trainers, this one won't give you that. It's all on you if you want to go fast. But honestly, this is exactly what I want, especially early in the training program, where building strength and the proper mechanics are the main goals. I don't want to rely on gears too much. This shoe works perfectly for me. Alright, enough for good words. Now it's time for some downsides. There are two things that can be improved to make it a better shoe. The first is the outsole. The outsole doesn't provide much grip. On dry land, it's doing okay, but on a wet surface, it could be a problem. Especially on track after rain, it slips a lot, making me feel insecure going for speed. However, the downside turns upside when it comes to durability. The outsole rubber is so durable that after 150 kilometers, it looks almost intact. I think it's safe to say this shoe will have a longer than average life, but I would trade some durability for better grip. After all, I rarely keep shoes in rotation past 400 kilometers, so durability is not my biggest concern, but for some, it might be. The second one, I wouldn't call it an issue, but this shoe surely isn't ideal for slower paces for average runners like me. My easy to moderate pace is around 5:30 to 6 minutes per kilometer. At this pace, I don't feel comfortable at all. My feet went numb and my muscles felt more fatigued and sore afterwards. If you wanted to be a daily trainer or a long run partner, you will need a good running form and leg strength. In other words, experienced runners will handle it better. That being said, it can also work for young adults just picking up running or casual runners who don't have a serious injury histories. I know it sounds contrary to what I just said, let me explain. They usually won't go long at one time, and their bones and the tendons are fresher for handling this shoe. Plus, I think the shoe looks good, particularly this colorway, making it work for daily use. Thus, it leaves the room to upgrade later when they get serious in running and want to invest more in gears. So I really think it could be a great entry-level shoe for younger and healthier runners who have a limited budget, or just for their parents. To sum up, Hyperspeed 4 is a budget-friendly speed trainer. Nothing fancy but effective. It works for runners focused on training. On top of that, I think it works for casual wear too, which makes it even more valuable. I kind of feel like it's overlooked on the market. I haven't seen anyone around in the shoes yet. There are also very few videos about it on the YouTube. But honestly, it's a good option if you are looking for a solid trainer and don't want to spend too much money. Okay, these are my final thoughts about ASICS Hyperspeed 4. Thanks for watching. Hope you understand most of it. And this is the Lonely Triathlete. I'll see you next time. Bye.